Hello, thanks for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. If you are new here, consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button. And remember the notification bell so you could be reminded every time I upload a video. My name is Jenny, and on this channel I create budget-friendly DIYs that's easy to do. So if you want to see some of my creations, keep watching. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching another one of my videos. I'm going to be sharing with you 3 easy wreath DIYs. For the first one, I'm going to be using one of these round foam wreath rings from the Dollar Tree. Also from the Dollar Tree, I have 2 bouquets of these greeneries with these berries, and I have 2 of these signs that has it begins with coffee, and it has these attachments that I'll be removing. I'm also going to be using some of the Dollar Tree letters, and the paints I have is some Waverly Plaster color. I have some truffle color, and I'm going to be using this maize chalk paint. Now, first thing is I'm going to try to remove these attachments really careful because I want to reuse that coffee word, and then I'm going to remove the attachments off of the sides. Now what I'm going to do is cut this wreath down, and I'm just using a little utility knife that I have, and I'm just going to cut it right in half. After that, what I'm going to do is glue those 2 Dollar Tree signs together, and I'm going to be using some wood glue and some hot glue. And I'm using 2 of these because I needed to make sure it was wide enough for my wreath to sit on top of it. And I'm just taking my Dollar Tree sanding block to smooth everything down. And now I'm going to attach my half of wreath right to the top using some hot glue. And then after I get that complete, what I'm going to do is use that plaster color, and I'm going to paint the entire DIY. And then after I get this painted, what I'm going to do next is, before I continue painting, I'm going to go ahead and add my letters, and right down on the front I am going to add the word welcome. And then after I finish, I'm going to take that maize color and I'm going to paint over that plaster color just over the wreath part. And then after I get that complete, then I am going to pull my pieces off of my bouquets, and I am going to add them to the wreath part. And what I'm going to do is just stick them right in the foam, and I'm only going to be adding most of them to just one side of my wreath. And so what I'm going to do is just stick them into the foam, and anything that need to be tacked down a little bit more, I'll just use some hot glue for that. And so after I get all of these into the wreath, what I'm going to do is use a few pieces to cover up the stems or anything that may be showing at the bottom, and I may add a few of the berries on the other side of the wreath. And then after I get that complete, I am going to go in with the Mod Podge and go over my words so that everything could be nice and secured. And then after I get that done, this DIY will be complete. And I really like how it turned out, and I did take a few of the floral pieces and attach them with some hot glue to the bottom of the other side, and I think this is really cute. And I am so excited because today's video is part of Nadia's Reef Wednesday. I am so excited to be part of this because Nadia is my dear friend and we are teaming up to create some really amazing reefs. Nadia is the queen of this reef thing. Her techniques that she come up with creates the most beautiful reefs. And everything that she does is so elegant, so well put together, and they come out so beautiful. And on her channel, she has the most beautiful DIYs. Her techniques are great. Everything is nicely done, and I absolutely love everything that she do. And I'm also excited that I have the opportunity to get a chance to hang out with my sweet friend because we actually live really close to each other. Nadia also have a second channel called Coffee with Nadia, and she do hauls, lives, and a lot of other fun things, and you will love her just like I do. I'm going to have her channels linked in the description box below, and when you head over, make sure you tell her that Jenny said hello. For this next reef, I'm going to be using 3 rows of the rope from the Dollar Tree. I have this pretty greenery pick and some pretty florals from Walmart. Now I'm going to use this round piece just to help me glue my rope into the reef form. And so what I'm doing is just adding hot glue on the rope, and I'm just going to continue to wrap it around. Now you can use a plate or anything that you may have that is round to help you create this perfect circle. So the first rope I'm using is the thicker yarn rope, and as you can see, I'm just going to continue to add glue and wrap it around, gluing the rope together. And then what I'm going to do is make sure that I have all my cut pieces on one side. And what I'm going to do next is take the darker rope and I'm going to just pick up where I cut off the previous rope at, and I'm just going to continue adding glue and wrapping that around. And I'm just going to make sure when I cut this rope that everything ends up on one side, and that is because that's going to be the side where I attach my florals, and that way you won't see any of the imperfections. And I'm just going to continue adding the hot glue and wrapping the rope. And then what I'm going to do is now take the smaller yarn rope and I'm just going to finish off my reef with that. And after I complete this row of rope, what I'm going to do is just remove that round family sign from the center, and my reef should be all together. And then what I'm going to do next is just place my reef, how I'm going to attach my greeneries and florals. And as you can see, I'm adding everything to the side where the cut pieces are, and I'm just layering the greenery first, and then after that I'll start attaching those Walmart florals to the reef. And I really think this is so pretty. And after I get all of my florals on there, what I'm going to do is turn the reef over so that I can attach some jute cord and I can be able to hang my reef. And I'm just going to glue the jute cord down to the rope. And then what I'm going to do is take a craft stick and I am going to cut it in half. And I'm just going to take those pieces and glue them right on top of the rope on each side. And I absolutely love how this turns out, and when you hang it, it just lays flat up against the wall, and I think this is so pretty. And so now I'm going to get started on the last wreath for today. And what I'll be using is one of these little standing chalkboards with the wood frame. And I'm going to remove that standing piece because I do not need it. I also have some pretty ribbon here from Hobby Lobby that I paid $1.99 for. I have a bunch of greenery here, and I just have all different styles. All of these were 99¢, and some are from the Dollar Tree. These were from Walmart for 99¢. I have these different styles here, and these were from the Dollar Tree, and my last two was from Walmart, and these have just like the little slight glitter on them. I have this grapevine wreath from Walmart for $4.74, and what I'm going to do first is paint the frame of that little chalkboard sign with that plaster color chalk paint. And then after I get that painted, I'm just going to remove the painter's tape that I added, and then I'm going to take that truffle color and I am going to distress around that plaster color. And then after I get that complete, what I'm going to do is start adding my greenery to my wreath, and I'm keeping everything on the stem so that I can always switch out this. And so what I'm doing is just sticking them into the wreath and just bending anything to make sure that they all blend together. I wanted to create like a really wild look, and then I'm taking a lot of hot glue to attach my little chalkboard to the side. And then what I'm going to do is add that pretty ribbon to create my hanger, and then I'm just going to take some hot glue to glue the ribbon together. And then what I'm going to do next is get my white roses and my baby bells from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to blend those into that greenery. And I'll take some hot glue if needed to make sure that everything stays tacked down in there. And then after I feel like I have enough of that blended in there, I'm just going to take my little chalk marker from the Dollar Tree and write a little message on my board. I'm just making sure that everything was nice and secure. And I'm just going to write, "Hello, friends." I think this is so cute, so you can always change up your message. And I absolutely love how this wreath turned out. Thank you all so much again for watching another one of my videos. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment box below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And here is a second look of the other wreaths that I created today. Today's video is part of Nadia's Wreath Wednesday. I'm going to have her video as well as both of her channels linked in the description box below, so that after watching my video, you can head over and see what she created. Also, don't forget to check out her channels and see all of the beautiful and the fun things that Nadia does. While visiting my sweet friend, please tell her that Jenny said hello. And if you're coming over from Nadia's channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you will hang around. Until next time, my friends, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.